Hey everybody, welcome back to the Talks with Tea podcast. So grab your cup and let's discuss, because everyone loves a little tea, 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 tea. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back. So for this week's episode, honestly, turn up the car. Honestly, I wanted to do a recap of my week last week, simply because my week last week was fucking bananas and it was busy out my ass. Like, it was insane. Oh, let me take out my seatbelt. If you watched the last video, you know that I'm a safe driver now because I wear my seatbelt when I drive. Very demure, very safe, very mindful of the other people on the road. Unlike others, you can find out who those people are in the previous episode. Bow, come on, like, bitch, I'm iconic, I'm sorry. But anyways, so before I get into that, my week last week, and I have it all written down on, I'm not gonna lie, on this shitty piece of paper, because I was gonna use it on my computer, like y'all know, because y'all know me, but it's dead. So I can't use it. Yeah, so do it on here. But before we get into like my week last week, I want to talk about something real quick. Y'all might have noticed I'm not wearing my contacts today, and instead I'm wearing these very cunty glasses because I just got my new glasses today, y'all. Yay! They look so cute. I really like the frame, honestly. I feel like it accentuates my face more and just like makes me look like more of a baddie. And also I got my anti-glare back, so that way when I'm driving at night, people's like high beams and stuff, they aren't like affecting me while I'm driving, so I can see again. So it's a really nice day in the neighborhood for me, except the fact that my phone got delivered, but it didn't because people missed the shipment. But that's besides the point. I'm not about to let that ruin my day, even though I really, really want to. Like, I'm actually genuinely pissed off, like real bad about it. But I'm not gonna let it affect my day, because a bad bitch never quits, and it comes tomorrow. Life goes on, like, it's okay. So, but let's get into my week last week, simply because I want to talk about how it was like fucking busy as hell, and I just want to unpack my week from last week because I thought it was good. So first, on Monday, all we had was work, gym, and work. That's like my normal schedule. That's not bad. I work from 8 to 1. I got like a 4-hour break, and I go to the gym in that break. Not the whole 4 hours, but I go to the gym from like 2 to 3:30ish, and I get home and I go to work from 5 to 10 again. And then, I come home and I'm done with my day, whatever. That's like a typical day for me. That's normal. Like, that's not out of the ordinary. But the rest of the week is just like shit that's like time-wise is awful. Like, everywhere, I'm running everywhere. I'm running every which way. I'm using a shit ton of gas. I'm like up, down, left, right, across the city. Like, it's a shit ton. So first, well, actually not first, but it would be second. But the first day I had something to do. I don't know why I had to explain that, but I did. So in case you were lost, now you're not. But anyways, Tuesday, went to work in the morning. It was cool. It was whatever. Then I went to the gym later on. But then later that day, I had to get my nails done. So I went to get my nails done. The nail appointment was at 7:30. Now, mind you, me and my nail tech thought about this and we talked about it, so it's fine. But it was just the fact that I got home from the gym at like 2 something, and then I was waiting until like 7:30 to go get my nails done because I didn't have time. Well, she didn't have any other appointments during the day, and she worked, so it was the only time we could do it at that time. But I was just like, damn, like, I'm tired as fuck. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, I wasn't exhausted, but I was like, I'm tired. Like, I'm ready to go back home and just like relax and chill, but I couldn't do that because I had to get my nails done. Mind you, the nails look fucking incredible, so it was worth it. Bow. But I was just tired, like, I wanted to go to bed. Like, it wasn't given that day. So, but I ended up being at my nail appointment till like 9:30, got home at like 10, which usually on Tuesdays, I don't like to get home at 10, simply because, like, I could get home earlier. Like, Tuesday is my day to get home early and just like relax and like take a regeneration day. So that's what I was gonna do, but it didn't work out like that for me. That wasn't in my future. So I couldn't do it, which sucks, but hey, it's okay. I made up for it and I went to bed and I watched like my shows and I got it the next day and like did it again, so whatever. But then Wednesday was a busy ass fucking day because I went to work in the morning. whatever. Went to the gym afterwards. So basically, I had to rush to the gym because I had to go pick up my tux for this wedding that I went to this weekend as well. So I went to the gym, basically rushed to my workout. Not gonna lie, so even though it was fast, it was a good ass workout. I wouldn't do it again, but it was a good workout. And then after that, went to get fitted for my tux. My tux was real cute. I will show y'all a picture, but again, my computer she's dead. She went to sleep, so I can't use her right now. But anyways, I went to get my tux, and the tux was cute. I like the tux. Honestly, I don't think I would go to that tux place again, simply because the tux, like, it was built for me, like it was tailored to me and everything, but it wasn't cinched where I would like it to be cinched and all that kind of stuff. And by the time like I got it, I couldn't change it because the wedding was like that weekend, so I couldn't really do anything about it. But it wasn't essential that I would have wanted it to be, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. And plus, also, the suit was like, okay, so like the suit was a certain color, the suit was gray, then this thing was like plum. Me personally, and mind you, it's not my wedding, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But me personally, I probably would have done like, I need to get these pushed up a little bit because they keep falling down. But me personally, like I said, I would have done the gray with like white, because the groom, he did a gray tuxes with plum coloring details, and then he had like black shoes. Why black shoes when you got gray on? Like, and it's not like a dark heather gray. It's like like when you think of the color gray, it's that color gray. I'm like, why would you go in black shoes with that? Like, why not wear like, I don't know, maybe white shoes or something? Like, you are the groom. Or like give us brown shoes because we're the grooming, so we can't wear like white, obviously, because we're not going to get married. Like, wear some like brown shoes maybe, like, because it just looks, the color just looks better. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes the most sense like that. But he didn't do that, so that's whatever. Then I was at work. Then I went to work again, but I had to rush to work because the fitting took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So I had to rush to work. I was basically like zooming down the road again. I had to get a quick change. I didn't have time to like sit and do nothing after work like I usually do. But got up, went straight to work, and was like, okay, worked in. It was cool. Nothing really bad happened. Actually, something really bad at work did happen. Somebody legit, like, so I work at Planet Fitness, a gym, obviously. And this day I was like, okay, I'm going to Planet Fitness. I'm going to have a great time. Like, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be giving these customers what they need, like the energy wise. I'm going to welcome them, and I'm going to have a good ass day at work, right? Well, I did that, but there was a little bit of a hiccup because I was like, greeting people, giving them a good day, giving them like, cunty props and like a happy day. One of the customers comes out to me and comes out to the front desk, and she's like, hey, I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? I expect that she needs to like cancel a membership or something, or expect that she needs to like, the machine's down, or, something like easy to fix like that we do all the time, it's regular. So that's not what she had in mind. Now, that's not what the words that were going to come out of her mouth. Miss Girl, she said, hey, I think somebody threw up by the machine. In my head, I'm like, how do you think somebody threw up? Like, somebody threw up. You just don't want to say it, bitch. Like, just say it. Like, somebody threw up. Like, just be honest about it. Like, we can't fucking stop it now. We got to clean it regardless. So just say something about it. But anyway, she was like, yeah, I think somebody threw up in between the machines. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I have like emetophobia, which is like the fear of vomit. Like, it's not as bad as it was before, but it's still like bad. I've never cleaned up like somebody else's vomit before, because like I have that. So, that kind of puts in perspective how much how much I'm like, okay, with throwing up and all that kind of stuff. Like, even when I'm about to throw up, I won't. Like, I'll legit sit there like with bubble guts and like a fucked up stomach and like be in pain and like basically feel like I'm having a pregnancy before I get sick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not the girl. I don't pull trig. I don't do none of that shit. I just sit there in writhing pain and just hope for the best that I don't throw up. And if I feel like it, I legit like would do anything under the sun to not get sick. Like, I hate getting sick with a passion, y'all. So, but anyways, that kind of gives you context to how I felt about hearing that somebody got sick on the machine. And there were 3 other people with us. Like, it was me, 2 people. It was me, my coworker, and another coworker. And they had to like nose goes because they didn't want to clean it up. And I looked around, I was like, I looked at them, I made eye contact with them. I was like, And they were like, yeah, go ahead and clean. I was like, oh, y'all are some assholes for that. So legit the whole time I was walking towards like the mess, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I had to legit like talk myself through it so I didn't like cry. Cause I cannot stand it. Like, y'all, I'm not a girl. Like if we're out drinking and you say like, as soon as somebody says like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna be sick, I legit like throw my body away from them. Like I'm not that kind of girl. Like if you feel like you're gonna be sick, I'm gonna roll the window down, I'm gonna stop the car, I'm gonna open the car door, I'm gonna push you out the car. Like there's gonna be a bunch of shit that happens before you throw up in that car, especially if you're next to me. Like that's not what's gonna happen. And then also real quick too, a little side story, because it just, you know, came, I think it's relevant to the situation. So I was going to the bar with my friends this one time, right? And this girl, cannot stand her. Like if she got hit by a car, I would like be so excited about it. Like cannot stand her. She is not my favorite person in this world. I hope like I never have to see her again. Like we're not cool like that. You know what I mean? So we're getting a ride home from this Uber, right? And this girl, she's like, my friend is asking her how she feels, and she's like, oh, like I'm okay. But as she's saying that, she's fucking heaving. I'm like, girl, you're not okay if you're heaving while someone's asking you if you're okay. Clearly, you're not okay. Like, she's legit like, I'm okay. Bitch, don't fucking lie to me. Because if you throw up on my shoes, I'm beating your fucking ass. Like, don't piss me off. So, she's sitting in this car, like, and that goes on for about, like, 10 minutes or so. Like, the dude keeps asking us, like, are you sure, Kelly, we could pull over? Even the Uber, like, he's even said the Uber driver, he's like, we could pull over for a second. Like she's like, no, I'm like, and mind you, pretend this is like the seat. I'm sitting like right behind her. We're in like a three row car. So I'm like in the seat behind her. So if she gets sick, it's going on me and it's gonna dribble back into my space. So I'm like, please God, don't let this girl throw up, because if she throws up, I'm throwing hands. Like, I don't care if she's a girl. I don't care if I'm a man. I don't care if I'm strong. I don't give a fuck if she's still throwing up. I'm whooping her ass if she gets sick on me. And so she continues to heave, and he continues to ask her. And eventually she's just like she gets her bag, right? This expensive ass bag. Like, I'm not talking about no like TJ Maxx bullshit, no Walmart bag, no like Marshall's bag, or no like thrifted bullshit. Like, it's probably like Prada. It's probably it's an expensive bag. This bitch opens up this bag like this and throws up in the bag. But mind you, it's still saying, I'm okay. To who? To who? To who? Like, who are you okay to? Who are you trying to fool? Because it's not me. You just threw up in a fucking purse, you mutt. What the fuck are you talking about you're okay? Don't piss me off. What do you mean? Please, y'all explain to me. It's even in the comments. How are you okay? How are you okay if you're getting sick in a fucking bag in a car? Meanwhile, I'm also pissed off at her because the driver, like, we said, like, we'll pull over so you could throw up in the bushes or something like that. We were near the woods. We weren't even on the highway. We were near the fucking woods. So she could have just got out the car and threw up on the side of the car. Or, like, outside the car. Why did you hold it in that long and then throw up in that nice-ass bag and then just be sick the whole time? Like, girl, let that shit out. Go get sick. Get out the car. Do something. Oh, my God. She pissed me off so bad. Ugh. So she throws up in this bag, and the Uber driver's like, is she okay? And I'm like, at this point, I'm just in like fear, because I'm like, this bitch is like throwing up like right in front of me, and if she is gonna get on me, like what, like, oh my God. Obviously she threw up in the bag, so it wouldn't have got on me, but in my mind, I was like, she's gonna like get this all over me, like I'm gonna like have to like jump off a cliff or something like that. Like, I can't do this. But she's throwing up in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, like I can't. And then it's not just once. She does it like 2 more times on the way home. We're like, girl, we can just pull over so you can get out the car and do what you need to do and get back in. Like, you don't have to play like batty shot o'clock. You can get out the car and get sick. Like, I promise you, it's not that big of a deal, girl. Like, I swear to you. I swear to you. I promise you. It's not that bad. I swear. And She just continues to get sick, and it just pissed me off completely. And it scared me. It pissed me off. I was feeling so many emotions. I didn't know what to do. So, but anyways, side story. Back to like my weekly schedule. Maybe, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a story. I'm gonna do an episode on like my bar stories, because there's a shit ton of them where I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? So, but anyways, back to work. I went to work, back to Wednesday. I went to work that night, and this lady, she threw up in the seat. I mean, not the lady, the person threw up in between the machines. I went and cleaned it up. I swept it up, which was disgusting, by the way. Like, I had to get the broom and like legit sweep up like the chunks of like fluids and just like food back up and throw it away, and it was disgusting. Then I had to get a mop and mop it all up, and it still smelled like it was just not a fun time. So it was gross. But other than that, work was okay that day. Then we get to Thursday. So Thursday, I went to work from 8 to 1, went to the gym. No, I went to therapy first. Therapy was really, really good, because I talked about like a bunch of deep shit that I've been trying to get out off my chest recently, and I just like needed to get it out my system. So therapy was really, really good that day. Then I went to the gym, which was a damn good workout. Probably one of my favorite ones, honestly, because it was a very, very like, I felt real strong with it. Then I went to get my hair cut, because I needed my haircut for the wedding. So I went and got my hair cut. Even I can show you right now, like, it's a little matted because of my hair, because of my hat right now, but we're feeling cunt. She's a cunt haircut, like, period. And then I went to go watch this movie with my friend. I went to go watch Sam and Colby, which they released the movie in theaters. It's called The Legends of the Paranormal. Look up the name of the episode, because I'm very superstitious about that stuff, so I'm not going to say the name of the entity that's in the episode, because they say if you say the name of the entity in the episode, that brings the entity closer to you. So I'm not going to do that, because I don't want to do that, and I can't. I'm scared of throw up. I'm not going to be able to tackle with like, no, the most evil energy that ever was created. You know what I mean? So not gonna do that. But then afterwards, me and my friend went to Wendy's, and I'm a Wendy's girl. Like, I love Wendy's. Wendy's is my favorite, probably my favorite fast food chain ever, like with the McDonald's, Burger Kings, all that kind of stuff. But this Wendy's, she deserves to be like chopped, cut off the block, cut off the road, tore down, demolished. Everybody needs to be fired. All the food needs to be stopped, and that Wendy's needs to shut down, because that Wendy's food was awful. I got like a try to try. I didn't get no crazy shit, like no fish sandwich with cheese and customizations and all that shit. No, I got chicken nuggets and bacon fries. The bacon fries were all right. They tasted like, honestly, they tasted just old. Like, they taste like they didn't cook them fresh or anything like that. They just tasted terrible. And then I went and got my chicken nuggets. They tasted awful. Like, usually Wendy's chicken nuggets are like, you got a nice crunch to them. They got a nice flavor to them. They're not like super like rubbery or anything like that. These nuggets, they could have you could have put the nuggets on the rubber of a tire and had it replaced, and it'd be fine. It worked perfectly. Like, like, those nuggets were disgusting. I even dipped them in barbecue sauce to try to help. It didn't help at fucking all. They were like god awful. Would never, ever, ever. I'll never go to that Wendy's again. It was so disgusting. Like, everything there it was just shit. And I was like, yo, this is disgusting. And granted, it was late at night, but Wendy's is known for being open late at night too. So why the fuck is your food disgusting when that's when most of your people are gonna come to? Like, girl, disgusting as fuck. So, but overall, Thursday was a pretty good day. So then, the next day, Friday was pretty tame. I went to work in the morning, obviously. No, actually, I lied, because I don't work in the morning on Fridays. I went to the gym early, because I was like, I'm gonna get this done early while I'm at it. And then I had a rehearsal dinner later that evening, which was cool. But I said I got promoted like 4 times, because I got like my role changed like 4 different times while I was there. And it was just like starting to get chaotic. Like, when people like start trying to lead something and they get chaotic and they get irritated and all that stuff. That's what was happening. People was just talking over each other. It was just like not a fun time. It was fun, but like it was messy. It was chaotic. It wasn't the best. So rehearsal dinner was cool, and then it just wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't it for me. I wasn't feeling it that day. And then Saturday I had the wedding, which the wedding was very, very nice. I got there like 12 so I could be like the running man in case they needed anything. Got there at 12. Had to go get food real quick, which was fine. But then this baby was crying, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm just not a kid person. Like, no shade to the mom or anything like that. Like, they're good parents and they're good grandparents and stuff, but I'm just not a kid person. Like, if you bring a child around me, I legit say, like, to the child, like, I don't know what to do with you, so I'm sorry, but hi, how are you? Like, I'll legit say that, because I just don't know how to talk to kids. I'm just not a kid person. Like, I'm not the, oh my God, goo goo gaga. I'm not like, oh my God, do you want to go to the food? Oh my God, like, what's going on? I'm not that, I'm not that kind of person. Not a thing for young kids. Like, if they're in like middle school or like high school or something like that, because I can talk back, I can talk to them, they can talk to me, that's cool. But if they're like kindergarten, even like 5th grade and below, I'm like, get away from me, because you're just like a spawn of Satan. Like, you don't, I'm not a fan of you. So just, no, it doesn't work like that. Part of the reason why I don't want kids to begin with. So but yeah, so that was fun. I mean, he was just crying the whole time and it was fine. But then afterwards, we had the ceremony, which was cool. Everything went according to plan. Then we had the reception. The reception was very, very nice. The food was very, very good. I got flirted with by like grandmas, kids my age, like a bunch of people. It was so much fun because it really helped me like feel sexy again. And it was cool. And then Sunday, I just relaxed the whole weekend. I mean, I just relaxed the whole day so that I could recoup from the busy week that I had. So, and that was my week. So honestly, this is more of like a highlights episode than like the highlights of my week versus like a run through my week. So yeah, that's what I'll call it, the highlights of this episode. But I mean, the highlights of my week last week, because it was a very busy week. But it was nice to just share it and just talk about it with y'all, and also just like, you know, let y'all into my life a little bit so that we all know what my day-to-day looks like low key. So yeah, but other than that, thank you all for tuning in. Can't wait to talk with you next week about my bar stories. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be so fun. And also, thanks for listening to the podcast and all. So we have video now, so you can check us out on YouTube. You can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you could get updates and clips of the new episodes and all that kind of stuff. And that's also where we can interact and chit chat if you want to gab with me. And other than that, make sure you follow us, make sure you keep up with the episodes, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So see y'all, and bye-bye.